My name's George, here at Performance M. We're going to be doing some suspension tweaks to our M2 G87. So previously on the G87 we have done KWV3s, we have the Miltech OPF back exhaust, we've also recently fitted the MMR two-piece floating discs with Paget racing pads. Yeah, we're now going to be doing suspension secret components, which includes tow arms, control arms, traction arms. So yeah, really exciting stuff, and we can't wait to get cracking.
Right, we've just come to the office now. We've got our rear tow arms, our rear traction arms, our camber arms and our top mounts. What's great about these is when we do fit into the vehicle, we can get a much more better and accurate alignment once we get onto the string geo. Also as well, with them being a spherical bearing, we'll get a much more better feel on the road as well. We'll be, I'm probably going to say probably 3 or 4 hours to get these on the car, and then another 2 hours to get the geo done and dusted. It's more something you would do at a workshop because the string alignment takes a couple of hours as well to do. Struggling to get this on the ramp because we have lowered it on KWs. The height is perfect, but we also have these Maxton side skirts as well, which don't help with the situation that I don't want to crack them and I don't want to make Shaq upset. So just taking my time, being delicate with her, making sure nothing gets damaged in the process of getting her up on the ramp. Right, so I'm going to quickly do some measurements on the KWs, because when we do fit the top mount, I've got to wind the adjuster all the way down. So the way that I tend to measure them is I measure from the top of the adjuster to the centre of the pinch bolt, and then when I come to refit it, I can get the car back at its correct height. Doing this so it doesn't drop all the way, because I don't want to strain any of the ABS sensors, padwear sensors or the brake lines. So I want to drop it down but not too far down. With them being adjustable, the only issue is once it's fitted to the car, you can't really get to the bolts, you can't really adjust them. So I'm going to make sure if they're a pre-adjust, which you do it before fitting, or it's post-adjust, which you can do it whilst it's fitted to the car. But yeah, this is another good reason why obviously cars come here and why they do get brought to us, because we can have direct communication from the suppliers, which is Kieran's going now to speak to them, just to double check on which is the right procedure to fit them. So the beneficial parts of these top mounts is obviously they are camber adjustable. So when we do come to doing the string alignment, we can get much more accurate camber on the front end to suit us, or as a customer to suit their personal preferences. Also, rather than running like a rubber bush inside the top mount, these are also ran on spherical bearings. These will give more flex on the road. You don't get the perfect feel on the streets or on the track, depends where you go. These will have to adjust pre-fitting them on the vehicle, because the actual hole to get on top is small and you won't be able to get any of the tools down there. So you will have to adjust them previously, measure them accordingly to both sides and fit them on the car. Even so, once they are fitted to the vehicle, they never sit evenly. That's just how our vehicles are, unfortunately. So we'll give or take a couple of minutes on the camber, but if it's anything that's too much, we'll have to obviously take off again, readjust, fit back on. So you probably just heard me talking about minutes then. So the way we do measurements with camber and tow is by minutes. So every 60th minute on a clock is a degree, and that's 9 times out of 10 how anyone who's doing suspension would measure the tow and camber on the vehicle.
Discs.
You've got, bring the microphone.
Discs. So whilst the car's up in the air, I might as well show you the discs that this car's currently got on. So these are MMR two-piece floating discs. They released, I believe they're newly released from MMR. Yeah, really good disc. OE discs are okay, pretty good. Naturally, it's an M car, so but we've put these on with RSL 29 Paget's racing pads. I had a go in these at Castle Combe and they were very good. So the OEM pads are pretty good. We are looking into sort of aftermarket fast roads, fast road sort of daily pads really. But for track allocated pad and track allocated only, we do recommend the Paget's. As I just said just then, that I've had a go in these and they're really good. But yeah, you'll notice the pattern on the disc. So these are veins, grooves. The idea is that it widens the surface of the disc where the pad is on the contact area. So it just provides excellent cooling.
So now I'm going to be changing the rear traction arm. This replaces this back arm here. So all we do is, what I would do is anyway, is I will take it off from the hub, take it off from the subframe, measure it up with the new arm, and then fit it, and then we can do the adjustments and the calibration, let's say, later on the Geo. So now the tray is off, you can get access to all these bolts in here, because with it being an M car, BMW try and keep them pretty sturdy from factory. So you take off your exhaust brace, you take this off, and there's also a little earth strap for your diff. Make sure you don't forget about that because it will snap and you'll be having a bad day. Bolt for the tow arm is catching on the heat shield. So I'm going to drop the exhaust down, bring the heat shield down so I've got enough room to pull the bolt all the way out and then pull the arm out. This is our old traction arms, these are our new traction arms. So when we are currently doing these on the Geo, because we sat on a 4-poster ramp, some companies like to put these a bit further in the subframe and it's a little bit harder to get to. The amazing thing with Suspension Secrets is they are all mechanical minded and they know the struggles, so they've done it so this is closer to your hub. So then people like me, or if you're fitting at home, can easily adjust these without having to bust your knuckles or get any weird places. Another good thing about these, again, they're on spherical bearings, so you'll get a lot more feel of the road, it'll be a lot more tighter, there won't be a lot of play like there is in these ones. But yeah, everything about them so far has seemed perfect and all good. So, because we are fitting these adjustable arms on here, the factory adjustments we will have to set to neutral, just so if you do set this over one way on the camber and then adjust it on the camber arms, your car will be basically crabbing down the road and looking skew with. So I'm going to set both of these camber arms and the tow arms to the same, both sides, and then we can adjust it from the arms that we've just fitted. So, just gave the car a spanner check, everything seems to be in order and is tight. Just doing a quick test drive now to make sure there's no knocks and bangs, seeing how the Geo is to see if the wheel's out, so then when we do come to do the measurements and the alignment, the numbers that we get will make sense to where the wheel's out. So currently the wheel is out to the left. So for example, if we're showing a little bit of towing in on one wheel and towing out on the other, when we come to the string alignment, it will make sense to us. But apart from that, we're just doing a quick test drive, make sure everything is as it should be, no knocks, bangs, and the car's driving pretty well. So at the moment we're just calibrating the camber gauge, so every time we touch this, change this, go to a different car, we recalibrate it. What we tend to do, find a flat surface, click the button, and then we'll get it to close to 0 as we can. It's a bit tricky because you're moving at the same time, but as you can see now, it's now at 0 degrees, and then from there we'll be able to tell the camber as accurate as possible. So this front wheel at the moment now is out of spec. So luckily with these, is it still going? Shit. Luckily with these we can adjust it for any size wheel we want. So if you've got 16 up to 22, will be pretty good to geo your car for you. So right now this is set to 1.772 degrees. We'll probably go a bit more on this to try and get a bit more of aggressive track setup, which is what we're after at the moment. So at the moment the toe is well out, obvious because we've fitted toe arms and camber arms, it's all going to be out. This is currently running towing out, which if you want a bit of oversteer, then this is perfect setup for you, but for us this is not what we need. So we're just going to get a second person now, get them to tell the numbers to me, whilst I'm going to be under there adjusting all the arms up. The thing about these suspension secret arms is the lads have a background of being mechanics, so they understand the struggles. Luckily for us, everything is accessible, so we can get to them dead easy. Sometimes some arms aren't as easy on 4-poster ramps like this one, but as you can see right here, I can get to all the adjustments and adjust it on the fly. We've just completed the geo. Straight away the first thing is the steering wheel is straight, which is the most important thing for the geo, but probably when we've got a bit more fuel and a bit more free road, you will benefit from the string geo. So you'll be able to take corners at a bit more better speed and be able to give it some round corners without the back end trying to kick out on you, just because of the amount of toe and camber we've added on the back. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really want to be doing fast speeds at the moment because it is 4 o'clock and the roads are busy. But as what I can tell, the steering wheel is straight, and that's the most important thing right now for this string. The main subject was the arms today, and I can feel a difference whilst driving, just daily driving as well. The back end does feel more planted, but yeah, it does feel planted. I can do adjustments to what I want to, so we can obviously have a bit more of a play with the adjustments rather than only playing with, I think, with the 4 adjustments we have on the back end with the factory settings. That's pretty much the suspension work done on the M2. We fitted the rear traction arms, the rear toe arms, rear camber arms and the front top mounts.
What did you do after that?
After that as well, we did do the string alignment, which for me completely changes the car. Even if you fit in just springs in general, get a string alignment, it changes your car's character so much. If you are interested in the suspension secret arms to be fitted, give these guys a call. These will happily book you in or send you the parts out. Ideally, be a workshop job only because of the time it did take and the subframe's got to be dropped down and stuff like that. But apart from that, super easy kit to work with, super easy to adjust, which is for me is a godsend and makes the car feel 10 times better.